Hello, everyone. Welcome back to what feels like an eternity. Because, I'm going to be honest, we may have gotten extremely lazy at one point. Right? We may have gotten, and Juan and the Nerd Slayer boys have been holding up the podcast for a while. We got extremely lazy, but that doesn't excuse the fact that we are now back. We're going to talk about everything. We're going to get everything fun out of the way. But today, today's episode, it's easy. It's the end of summer now. We're into fall. So that means you get your pumpkin spice lattes, you get your cider donuts, apple cider, your frozen cider, your hot chocolate.
I'll tell you what, they got at Starbucks, they got this chai tea latte pumpkin.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Killing me with that. All right.
Chai tea?
Yeah, chai tea with,
So you're just talking about TT?
yes.
Chai tea. He's talking about tea. All right, we'll get to more about that movie later. But let's start with the update stuff first.
Okay.
We'll start with that first. What have we been doing is the real question. Everyone's been asking. Because Juan's been trying to get us on the podcast. Everyone's been trying to get us here. Everyone's trying to get us there. We have, for Culture Shock, we've done a lot of things. One thing we're not going to talk about yet because it's still getting all worked out a little bit. It's still got to go through some stuff for it before it's fully done. So that's going to be on the download for a minute. But there's two things, maybe three things we can talk about. We're going into this new where we just don't only want to do podcasts. We want to kind of branch out with maybe doing some sketch comedy, some other fun shows, stuff that's like 15, 20 minutes long that people will tune in and watch and have fun with. The one thing we're focused on right now, and if you've been following us on Instagram, Facebook especially, we've been talking about it nonstop. We're doing an audio drama for Batman and Robin. So what is an audio drama? Basically an audio drama. It's a podcast, but it's just a 2-hour of us retelling the story of Batman and Robin with the script with a little bit of changes. Some stuff you won't see coming, some stuff you will expect. But a lot of our stuff is just stuff you won't see coming because it's really funny. And a lot of improv that we've had and had fun with our cast. So I want to thank them. Oh, they've been amazing and wonderful. Even you'd like to, too. Also, our Facebook page is, there's like a new person joining every other day.
Mm-hmm. It's blowing up.
Mm-hmm. A lot of it was we were also off talking about The Flash, hyping that up for the whole summer, which that was fun to do. And just a disclaimer, I was never paid by Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers.
We're just fans.
We are just fans. We talked about this movie because we love this movie. I especially love this movie.
He's confirmed the rumors.
I've confirmed the rumors, the long-awaited running rumors. I don't even know where they started. Apparently, I was getting paid by Warner Brothers, and I was like, no, I just like this movie. I think it's really good. But on top of The Flash, we actually got some news today about what is the most streamed Max movie for the year. And that's going to Black Adam right now, which that's surprising.
It's still probably the weirdest one, I think. I get it with the post-credit scene with Henry Cavill. Here's
what someone was saying when they found out about it. It's a fun movie.
It is.
It is very enjoyable. I did not think for 1 second watching Black Adam it was bad or not enjoy it.
It's a fun, comic book movies are supposed to be fun. You're supposed to be out going out for a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Action-packed and joint venture. Yeah.
That's what it was. Listen, people complain that in the DC movies there's not a lot of fighting, there's not a lot of this. It was all just talking. So we get Black Adam movie where there's very little dialogue, a lot of action.
It's a lot of action.
People still bitched. And
it's what it is.
It's getting to that point where DC fans, I don't think, know what they want out of a movie. And that's where these new kind of movies, it's going to have everything balanced out.
The general audience really enjoys the movie instead of a lot of the fans, and that's kind of where it's going.
And that's what you want is a general audience. Like, you want fans, but you also want your general audience back in these theaters.
Mm-hmm.
That's always the fun part. But anyway, enough of that. Another update is we might have another planned audio drama if everything goes well. Do you want to say what it is here, or do you want to wait on that one? Because we're still working on it. Yeah.
Just want to wait.
We do have another. We have 2 shows in the works. One I feel like we could talk about today. It's called The Random Thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Random Thoughts is going to be a fun one. And then maybe like 5 to 10 minutes. It's just going to be Adam saying the most random things and just having fun with it. It's going to be basically, as we see it, it's going to be kind of our version of SNL.
Mm-hmm.
It's SNL mixed with I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson. It's going to just be like us doing, like, imagine like Smosh almost. That's what we're kind of pitching it as, and it's going to be pretty fun. It's just, what do we do in our free time?
Random,
Like, what do we think about in our free time?
random thoughts with Adam just comes up with the ideas. I say a lot of random stuff.
Dude, he does. Like, he'll just look at me and he'll say the most random thing, and I'll be like, huh?
Yeah.
I won't even know what he's talking about. Like, it would just become like, we'll be driving. He's like, or no, what was it? Oh, we went to a Barnes and Nobles the other day. If you guys don't know what Barnes and Nobles, it's a bookstore. Unless you have Books A Million, it's the same concept. We go into the store and it's brighter, right? And I'm like not paying attention because like everything's all moved around. And he just looks down and he goes, "Where did carpet get here?" And I just thought about it for like 5 minutes. I just looked at him. I go, "You're focused on they got carpet and not everything else moved around in front of you."
Nope, just carpet, and it got
So-
shiny and bright.
Yeah. So it also, if we're gonna also say what else the show is kind of like, if you ever watched Cartoon Network in the early 2010s, going into the late 2010s, there was this other show that was kind of like SNL called The Incredible Crew.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just the most random things, but it was still pretty funny. It had a few enjoyable episodes. It's just, what do we think about in our free time?
Right.
Just average thoughts or random thought. Like what is it going through our mind? Like, it's just something like that that was really fun. We had a fun idea. There's another show we're going to explore some stuff with, but we're not going to talk about that today because a lot of people have been asking us to talk about some movies that just never got made. So we're actually going to make it into a show. That's something we're kind of working on, which is also pretty fun. We have a few ideas for that one. We're not going to tell you what the first episode is, but if you followed us when talking about The Flash and there's a certain cameo, you know what the first episode basically is, and we're going to have to.
But the biggest update is right now is we're working on Batman and Robin, and it's going really well. We have wrapped up Mr. Freeze. We have wrapped up Poison Ivy, Batgirl, Commissioner Gordon. We are halfway done with Batman lines. We're halfway done with Robin lines. Alfred is almost done as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's gonna be going into editing possibly by the end of the month.
Yeah, editing next week or in the next 2 weeks.
Next 2 weeks by the end. So
we're looking at October, but it might change. It might be into November for a family,
from a
thing you can listen to with your family and just hear us be idiots for 2 hours.
But no, that's kind of where it's gonna be. I'm looking forward to showing you guys the next project. But right now we are very heavy focused. It is a different kind of take of Batman and Robin. I will say this.
It's a lot of improvising.
We did some improvising. We have looked at the script as itself, and the script is very different from the movie. There was a lot of improvising throughout the whole movie, I think, compared to what was in the script, and we are taking a lot of that script. So you'll see some hint cameos. You'll see some interesting things. We're not teasing that much. We're not going to tease much.
It's just, you guys are in for something very special here. And
yes, sir.
I feel like I don't say this enough, especially to just our group as a whole. Our group as a whole is probably one of the best groups I've seen on the terms of how we act, how we support each other, and how we all come together when talking about something. We had a few bumps the other few weeks, but we kind of got that taken care of. Other than our group on Facebook has grown, our group on Instagram has grown, and our YouTube's grown a little bit. It's not growing fast. I'm not saying, we're at 100 subscribers right now. We were at, I want to say 57. Now we're up to 66, which is pretty cool.
We're now up to almost 8. I think we're up to 80. Yeah, we're getting up there.
Oh, people subscribed when I wasn't paying attention?
I don't know.
No, I think we're at 66.
Okay.
Yeah, we're at 66. We're almost to 70. Which, then that's the fun part about this page is when us two, we were doing it, we had one more go in it for this. We said, this is it. This is our make or break if we don't do this.
Mm-hmm.
We talked to Juan. Juan saw the same vision we kind of had.
Yeah.
Because, you were doing Nerds Corner, and then, no, I'm going to talk about it. You can comment all you want on these videos. I don't care. There was his old partner screwing him over bed. And then we jumped in and told Juan, we'll save you guys to come join us. And Nerds Lair has been doing pretty good. I saw your Carnage, what was it, the soda, did pretty good.
Yeah, Funko Soda.
Other than that, we've had no complaints since someone's home. We've had no complaints. People have been loving the content. We've been getting text messages about people wanting us to talk about certain things. We're getting there. For us, we are seeing a new shift in the platform for us, and this is how we're going to kind of say it. So for us, this will be once a month, as we've decided. We may do every 2 months, every month. It really all depends, because for us to do 2 shows in 1 week, we were getting overcrowded with stuff to talk about. So both shows would talk about the same thing, and it just wasn't working out.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, instead of making Nerds Layer, which Jay, we've also announced that Stephen Freeman is part of their show now fully after being guest every now and then. We just talked with them, and we just told them be on that show. You 3 tend to bounce off of each other a lot, which is nice. But we put Nerds Layer is once a week. We're going to be once a month, maybe. Although we might shift, because I know you guys are trying to find stuff to talk about. It's like every week there's not a lot to talk about. So for right now, I think, Juan, we're going to move you guys to maybe just maybe once every 2 weeks.
Roger
Because
that.
that way you can pile up news, talk about it, and then get stuff together, write some stuff down. Because we've had the weeks where you guys haven't talked for maybe 1 or 2 weeks, on and off, which is really good. Well, this camera version's on YouTube. I have a puppy downstairs, so he's gonna. Oh, it sounds like someone's house is in my household at the moment.
Oh, sorry, go on.
What were you gonna say?
No, the other idea I was playing around with my interview series. Remember Juan on One?
Yeah, Juan on One is probably the one that we are excited. You like the Juan on One idea?
Yeah,
Juan on One. Or one-on-one, whatever you're going to call it. We are excited for that idea. We're thinking about who we might get for you. We don't know yet. But other than that, just life got a hold of us. We both work full-time jobs. You work a full-time job, Juan.
Yeah.
So when we all have the availability to do something like this, it's going to be probably once in a great while for our flagship. Because we're still deciding what we want our flagship show to be for this channel. And that's going to be the hard part, is deciding who's the flagship show. Mm-hmm. But on here, I want to make this announcement coming up, because I know I'm going to forget about it when the time comes. It comes to Facebook. I like the Facebook group. I like it a lot. It's time for me to step down a little on the Facebook side and focus more on the YouTube side. That's where I'm going to be focusing on, where our content's going. We just got our Twitter up back, which is nice. We had a lot of trouble with that, and that was not fun to take care of. But Twitter's back. I have to get a few things more situated. But our Twitter's back. Twitter now, Instagram. Starting in October. You want to announce it too?
Not ready to announce anything yet.
You're not ready?
I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting for I'm waiting for Batman and Robin to be all finished before I start doing all my announcements.
Well, we could say we're just a step what we're looking for. See, that's not really nothing big. It's just we're not going to be focusing on Facebook a lot. That's going to be our goal.
So one of the big things is, this Facebook group I built a long time ago. Then when I met Lorenzo, it came to a new step. And so what's going to be happening is me and him are going to probably be stepping away from Facebook a lot.
Not leaving.
But
we'll still be watching.
But keeping an eye on posts. I'm going to be keeping an eye on stuff. So there's going to be a lot of different people in charge. Like Juan, there's going to be Joe, there's going to be Brad, there's going to be Aiden, there's going to be John, there's going to be Marissa.
But we've been talking about this for a long while. And you don't even know about this yet. So that's why when this episode's not coming out till Friday. So imagine today, it's Friday, September 8th.
Yes.
So when everyone hears this, they're going to know whoever watches. We are thinking, it's been a long conversation and talk. So kind of the runner of the page is going to be Elf Wancho himself. He will run the Facebook page for us.
Yes.
You didn't even know that till today.
No, I didn't.
We've talked about that for a long time. Of if we step down and step away from it to go focus on the other socials, who's going to run this damn page? And we kept saying Juan a lot. Just Juan. It's gonna be Juan. Juan is always commenting. He's always liking. He's always putting up stuff.
And there's gonna be a team where you're gonna see. I'm gonna be very much viewing while he does a lot of YouTube stuff, and we're working on this. I'm gonna be actually keeping an eye on all you guys on Facebook, how it's run, how it's looking, how the news is looking. Ahsoka episodes. I want this. So keep an eye, but. Me and him are still going to be posting.
Yeah, we'll still be there. We'll still technically be admins, but we're just not going to be on there posting. We're just going to oversee.
We'll oversee. We'll be posting stuff. If we don't see anyone post this, then we will do our job and post it too. So,
come October, Juan will be kind of the new face of the Facebook page.
Yep, and you're going to have a great team. Trust me. We're seeing the team right now. Team's doing good, so we're going to keep it up like that. So, yeah. Yeah, but that's
kind of all the updates, and
that's really all the updates right now. There's a lot of things. He said there's a lot of things planned, one step at a time, and we'll be good to go.
Which I'm happy for our future.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long time coming. A lot of headaches leading up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Feels good to kind of say we're going and we're doing better and we're going to other things, which is going to be insane.
You're making a grown man cry.
I didn't know he was going to take over. Listen, I was trying to figure out how to word and text you it. I was like, no, I'm just going to tell him on that video that he's going to be kind of the new face and make Facebook look pretty and be posting and doing a lot of stuff. Because I saw you had Spidey's layer, and I was like, Spidey's layer's doing good. If it's not doing as good, I'm just going to kind of give him the keys to Aftershock Facebook.
2 groups now. Let's go.
Just keep going.
Let him play with that one, because even on the Instagram, you've been doing pretty good too with the Photoshops. We love the Photoshops. We were laughing at the J Wars one today. How Adam's just always playing himself with the 2 alcohol bottles, and I'm now Tom Brady.
Listen,
I went from Matthew Lillard to Tim Allen to Tom Brady in the span of 3 movies, and it's been really funny.
Oh yeah, you're fighting Kong too, right?
Yeah, I'm fighting Kong 2 in the Monsterverse. That was the other big one. But, all right, let's talk about... You guys already talked about some summer blockbusters. That was the whole thing. So let's get into the summer blockbusters. Let's start with the Marvel. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We're going to spend like 2 to 3 minutes on each of these. Rating.
Okay, rating. 9. 9 out of 10.
Juan, rating.
9 out of 10.
9.5.
Okay.
Out of 10. We liked it. Yeah, it was a good ending.
Satisfied. I thought it was going to be a lot more sad, but it was
still tearful.
It was tearful.
It was very good. Out. What's the next one?
Next one will be everyone's favorite Across the Spider-Verse. Juan, you go first.
Yeah, Juan, you go first.
9.
9.5.
You guys are going to hate me.
It's all right.
I do.
0.5.
That's fine.
I didn't... Listen, it might just been the overhype got to me for that one specifically, because it was Spider-Man, and I knew what it was going into it. But for some reason, that ending just really rubbed me wrong, and I was like, this didn't feel like a complete movie. Even though it's supposed to be a 2-parter, it still felt like you could have tagged a little bit more onto the ending.
To me, this was probably one of the best endings. I think it's just like a comic book. You're reading that next year, reading that issue, and there it is, that cliffhanger. We gotta wait a month, a year, 2 years. If comic book readers do it all the time, moviegoers can do it all the time. They waited a year till Endgame came out after Infinity War.
That's different. Those were shot back to back.
Also, too, you waited 2 to 3 years.
Spider-Verse now with all these strikes are gonna be. It's gonna be a long while.
But
next movie, Transformers: Rise of the Beast. I remember I did the whole fun video with Beast of Cosplay on this one. What'd you think, Juan?
I'll give it an 8. Really, really fun. Yeah.
8.5.
8.
I enjoyed it. It had the fun soundtrack.
Yeah.
Especially the ending. Now we can talk about it. G.I. Joe setup. I loved it.
Tease Power Rangers. There's a lot of Power Rangers. If you look at the kid, he's got Power Rangers posters, Power Rangers TV. So I always keep thinking like, Power Rangers exist.
They're all owned by Hasbro.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hasbro.
But no, the crossover of G.I. Joe was unexpected, but I'm excited. Let's see where it goes from there.
The next one.
Next one.
Our biggest one.
Bye.
I was so excited. Well, All right, before we get into our rating for this one, we got to see two versions.
Yes.
We saw an unfinished version. Well, unfinished. And we saw the finished version.
So for the next one,
The Flash.
The Flash.
DC's The Flash. For me, this movie was a 10. It gave me what I wanted out of it. I had fun with it. I probably watched it 7 times.
Mm-hmm.
It also helped us create and relaunch Culture Shock.
Mm-hmm.
Because
the movie really helped a lot.
Yeah, which is funny was we did the Flash review in May because we said we were going to launch it in June. But then we got to see the Flash early and we're like, we'll just relaunch and do it with the Flash. And it helped kick us off. That is still probably the most watched review is the Flash right now. And, as much as people shit on the Flash, it's not a bad movie by all means. It is not a bad movie. Listen, if you can watch Morbius, if you can watch Catwoman, if you can watch Green Lantern, if you can even watch Batman vs. Superman, if you can watch Superman Returns,
Man of Steel,
Quest for Peace,
Batman and Robin,
you
can watch this.
You can watch The Flash.
It's a good movie.
Listen, if you ignore the CGI, most of the CGI, it's a fine movie. It is a great movie. It did Flashpoint well. Its own version of Flashpoint. Gave us the closure to Keaton's story. Introduced us to Sasha Kai Supergirl.
Yep.
Also, I think the one performance that blew everyone away was Ezra Miller. With all the controversy he had.
With playing two Flashes.
Like 3 Flashes.
Yep.
He somehow did it. It's not easy, but he did it. And it worked in his favor. And to be fair, the ending we first saw never showed us Clooney. We actually saw the one where he goes, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Yep.
And then it cut.
And my dad always said that was the best ending.
Yeah. So then when they showed us the Clooney ending, we died even harder laughing.
I just started,
we're like, this is the greatest thing that they could do, is bring back Clooney. Also, the only reason I give it a 10 too is because this was the most talked cameo for the longest time. Even now, it's still being talked about in our group a lot, which is really fun. Even though people keep telling us, "Ooh, why do you talk about the Flash?" This is why we talk about the Flash. It gave us what we always what we never envisioned, but it gave us that quick glimpse of what we could have had with Nick Cage as Superman.
Right. Juan, what was your rating on the Flash?
I'll go 7.9. I really liked it.
Yeah.
Liked it?
Yeah.
You had fun with it, right? That's all that matters.
Yeah.
You had fun with it.
I'm gonna go 8.5. I love the Flash as much as you do. I did after watching like 1,000 times. It kind of like okay.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck's performance is the best.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it.
Michael Keaton.
That talk with him and Barry. That was
one?
a pretty good scene. The scene with him and Barry.
Yeah.
My favorite conversation those two had in that whole movie. Oh my god. Someone tried to say Bruce would never say that to Barry. It's like, yes he would. Yes he would.
Michael Keaton was probably my favorite part. I mean, Ben Affleck was definitely my favorite part.
I really like the opening.
Oh, I love the opening.
It's just the Justice League episode. It didn't even feel like it was Justice League. League.
The Nicolas Cage cameo was great. George Clooney coming back as Batman. That cameo was awesome. That's just homage.
Even people don't like it. I liked it. I like seeing Christopher Reeves.
But I've seen a lot of spur over everyone coming back wanting to see the old Schumachers, the old Burton movie. So Flash has done a lot this summer, even though it may be hated, but it has done a lot for the DC universe.
It may be financially, it may be a flop. But now that it released on Max, it got the most watched in that weekend.
Yeah, and it still is going to be.
And it's still getting watched.
Yeah.
Because now everyone's going, oh, maybe we should have seen this movie in theaters instead of listening to believing that Ezra Miller had. Because again, you're not going for Ezra Miller. You're going for the Flash. You're going for Keaton's Batman.
Right.
You're going for all these other characters. You're saying goodbye to the Snyderverse, is how I saw it. And you're saying hello to the DC universe. To Gunn's DC universe. All right, next up.
Oppenheimer.
Didn't see it yet.
Didn't see it. Oppenheimer was very good, very long. The story of the atomic bomb.
Yes.
My God.
I mean, if you want to watch someone drop an atomic bomb, just watch me in the bathroom. I can make it 3 hours.
I know it's definitely well acted. The person I feel like that stole the movie, except for Cillian Murphy, was actually Robert Downey Jr.
So I heard. I heard he's awesome.
Robert Downey Jr. plays.
He's gonna get an Oscar.
I hope he gets supporting actor. I really do.
You saw Oppenheimer, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, what did you guys give it? I'd rate it.
9.
9.
Yeah. 9.2. Me, to be determined. I haven't seen it yet. I'll probably go see it at some point. I have a few free tickets I can go spare on it.
I would recommend it. It's
all right.
Story of the Time.
The next one, next to The Flash, is probably my second favorite summer movie, and I willingly went to go see this. No one forced me to go. I wanted to go because I wanted to know what the hell this movie was about. Barbie.
I love this movie.
I already gave it from the first scene. I gave it a 10.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite movie of the year.
It's just this is a summer movie.
This is so much fun. It's beyond bonkers. It's just so damn funny. I don't know why.
So funny for no actual reason.
I literally come in the room. I'll drive anywhere. I'm listening. I'm just Ken.
That song is so funny. And then there's the push you around one, which is 10 times funnier.
Ken enough.
My favorite quote from the movie is, when I found out patriarchy wasn't about horses, I kind of lost interest. And I died laughing. And there's another joke, too, where the Kens try and get into the Barbie government, but their world is just where it's all ran by women.
Yeah.
This is all run by men. So I was dying at when the president Barbie was like, we don't really need men or want men, but we'll find something for you guys. Like, I was dying fucking laughing at that joke.
One of my favorite moments is when Barbie enters the real world. It's like, all women are, and it's like all men. It's like, wow, Barbie's about to be in for a treat.
And then I love the montage of how they show Ken of what men run the world, and the one he gets the most inspiration from is Rocky, which is even funnier.
One of the best. What else was a great scene? There's so many good scenes.
Oh, it's a beach scene. Oh, there's too much beach for you here again. Listen, if I wasn't severely injured, I have a beach. I'd beat you off right now. Oh yeah, well I beat you off, boys. We don't need a beach off.
But it's a very deep movie at the same time.
Oh yeah,
it's got a really interesting deep premise to it.
The one character that stole the movie. You know who I'm going to say. Alan by Michael Cera. That man came in and stole the movie so fast.
Just the music. It's such a good movie. So, what supposedly was that while they're working on the Flash, Barbie's in the background. So, they're doing two things at once. They were building the Batcave while they were building Barbie.
Did they say that in the behind the scenes?
No, I just remember reading articles about it. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, the next movie.
Turtles.
Oh yeah.
I like 10. I was satisfied.
8.5. I loved it. Great story.
I love the art style.
Very
more hand drawn compared to Spider-Verse.
My favorite thing about the Turtles was definitely the teenager aspect.
That was good. They did good. Also, I liked Ice Cube at Superfly.
He was good.
Dude,
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd had me rolling a few times. I like what was it, Flamin' Ray? Or Flamin' Young, whatever his name was. It was Post Malone when he was always singing. It was like, oh, Flyer, got it out of here. Yeah, no, that was hilarious.
Then the post-credit scene.
The post-credit scene got me excited. Did you see they're doing a game? They announced a game now. It's going to take place a few months after the first movie.
Awesome.
So it's going to come out in 2024.
Excellent. I'm loving it. I can't wait for this universe.
Next movie.
Hold on, Juan. What did you think of the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Rating?
Oh, yeah. 8.
8? Okay.
Yeah. Love Bebop and Rocksteady, too.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Those two are hilarious. John Cena and Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
The next movie. I really liked it.
Oh,
I was a fan of it. I never thought it was going to flop. It always looked really fun. The concept was really interesting. I dug the concept art when I first saw it. Blue Beetle.
Hell yeah.
You guys start with your rating. What'd you guys give it?
I'll go 8.9.
Okay.
I'm going to give it an 8.9 as well. I love this movie.
I'm going to give it a 9.
Yeah, I was getting close to a 9. Great superhero origin story.
The suit is fantastic. Listen, anyone who says that suit is bad has never read the Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle costume, because it is an exact. I can actually show you, because if you're listening to us on Spotify, you can see the picture. But it looks just like that. It is spot on. The only thing that he doesn't have is the mouthpiece, but it really does work.
just a great superhero origin story
Yeah.
to kick it off to the whole.
You said it felt
like Iron Man and Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
George Lopez really stole this movie.
Yeah, that man was
The
hilarious.
taco!
I remember, I think it was Swan. You hadn't seen it, and I texted and I told everyone like, "Oh, hey, the end credits is super important to Blue Beetle." And it was,
I was confused like, huh? And then I saw it, like, oh, okay.
It was the Al. What's his name? Al Chapman. Am I saying right?
Chapulín, Colorado.
Yeah, Chaplin. Yeah, it was really funny. Because someone kept saying, "Oh, Blue Beetle." Because someone put up an article, it was like, "Oh, look, another DC turd," instead of actually saying Blue Beetle first. I was like, if you actually saw it, you'd like the movie. He's like, "I hate DC." I was like, that sounds like you problem, because I love DC.
To be really frank, I've talked to this person, and he liked the movie too.
Oh, he comes out and he said it.
I've talked to people, and they really like this movie. A lot of people really like this. It's a great superhero origin. This is, I think, the best way to go out with a bang of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to see the character more in the DCU. Hopefully,
I'm really looking for it to interact with Superman or Green Lantern.
Yeah, you saw, which we'll let you talk about this one for the last kind of few minutes. You saw Gran Turismo. Oh, we forgot Haunted Mansion.
Oh, Haunted Mansion was good.
You saw it. I didn't see that one yet.
So Haunted Mansion, I think, I got both versions, the Eddie Murphy and Owen Wilson one. I like the Owen Wilson one a lot more.
Really?
I think it's very more like the ride, as Joe has said before. It's just a better story, and Jared Leto was actually really funny. Not funny, but it was actually really creepy. So, I'm giving that a 8.5 out of 10. Hopefully, it's going to be out by Halloween.
Juan, you saw this one because we haven't seen it yet, and I've been wanting to go see it. You saw Gran Turismo. How was that?
Oh, that was pretty good.
I heard good things about Gran Turismo. Yeah. I heard a lot of people came out liking it.
Yeah, David Harbour is pretty great.
That's what I heard. I heard he's good. I heard the kid is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a great video game adaptation.
Give it a 8
it's just
or a 9.
The kid comes in a tournament. He went to go actually prove if he could actually race a car. He's not a race car driver.
Nice.
I see a lot of games still do that. Like, hey, play these races, win these tournaments. We'll give you a shot if you can do it.
Right.
Yeah. Other than that, I think we got through all the Blockbuster movies.
That's Blockbuster.
The Blockbuster summer season.
Well, you guys saw Indy, right?
Oh yeah,
I
forgot about Indy.
I didn't see it.
What did I give it? 3 out of
think?
10. I got super bored with it, and that's not even. And that's.
I saw it again. Forgot about this one. Dial of Destiny. I gave this a 5 at the end. I love the opening.
Opening's great.
Opening's just like
after that.
It gets slow. It gets slow. Mads Mikkelsen as the villain is probably one of my favorite parts.
I wanted more out of him.
Yeah, very Nazi, but I really liked it. Indy was very helpless. Not my favorite movie. Very disappointed.
How I told people, it made Kingdom of the Crystal Skull look like a masterpiece.
Yeah, Kingdom of Crystal Skull is more action than.
And I don't get how people like Dial of Destiny over Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So that's incredibly crazy. You must be smoking heavily if you think Dial of Destiny is better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
See what it is.
Like, listen, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull gets weird, but it acknowledges the fact that it gets weird.
Mm-hmm.
Dial of Destiny got weird, and it's like, oh, we're not getting weird. It's like, oh, okay.
It gets kind of, like you said, the ending.
Also, they wasted Antonio Banderas.
Yeah. The end, I'm not a fan of the ending. I'm not going to, in case people don't see it, I am not a fan of that ending.
You can talk about it. It's been,
go back to the Roman age. I'm not a fan of that. I'm like, what the frick?
It was really, listen, we knew they were going to do time travel. But to go back, I guess, to only one point in time is still pretty weird. Even for Indiana Jones. Like, he just acted like it was super normal. But when Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, when he sees the aliens, he's like, still doesn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I just saw aliens. Like, I should believe this, but not.
And he's done. He's tired, and he's retired.
Yeah, it really felt like Harrison Ford was trying to give it his all, but then in certain scenes, he's
just done with this. Hopefully, this is. I'm really hoping this series is done. But other than that, I don't think there's any other summer blockbusters. There's 2 that we have not seen yet. I'm looking forward to seeing Elementals and Little Mermaid. I'm very excited.
I might check out Little Mermaid.
Yeah, this piece of turd Blockbuster, Fast X.
Really? You didn't like it?
I hated it.
It was profitable.
The movie's stupid.
It was stupid, but it got funny, though.
Jason Momoa
Oh, Jason Momoa was the best part of that movie.
Momoa was the best part.
Vin Diesel seemed like he was just.
I'm tired.
He was only there for the money.
I want John Cena and
Tyrese Gibson was pretty good.
Just John Cena and Jason Momoa were the best parts. That's it.
Hey, speaking of him, did you guys see the Meg yet?
The new Meg?
I heard it's dumb. I heard it was a dumb movie. My sister and my dad saw it and they said it was a dumb movie. It's a dumb shark movie. He punched a shark in the face.
I still never seen the first one.
It's a good one, actually. I like
I heard the first one was incredibly good.
That's really about it of movies.
It was hard to keep up with movies releasing this year because it feels like they were out in the theaters for not even a month. And then half of them got pulled and put on digital.
Yes, and then now we're going to see fall. Fall's going to go quick.
There's not a lot of movies. There's what we have, the Marvels.
Aquaman.
Wonka. Still no trailer. Wonka.
Five Nights,
which I have high hopes for that one. I have faith in that one.
We have The Nun 2 tomorrow.
Saw X, which I don't really give a shit about. If I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've ever wanted to watch a Saw movie. Not just because all gore creeps me out. It's just
we got the Taylor Swift movie. Woo woo!
Expendables.
Just Saw looks really. I forgot that's coming out.
Guys.
I still haven't seen Equalizer 3. I know
Marcus saw it. That was good. Guys, we forget like the most important movie. The movie that's selling everything. The Taylor Swift movie.
Oh, cry me a river.
I
don't want to hear no excuses when Deadpool 3 rolls around.
Opening night. Premiere. Got my tickets. Swifty.
Oh,
Swifty. I am.
Is there a way I can just go to a time portal and make sure like Taylor Swift just never came about? He never got popular.
She's an idol. She's an icon.
Listen, I can get past the K-pop boys. I can get past all that. But once you hit me with Taylor Swift is when I'm like, yeah, I'm out.
My sister's very proud of you.
What?
The K-pop boys.
Listen, I can get... Here's the thing with the K-pop boys. I'm going to be honest. Off topic real quick. Well, we got time in the end. I dated a girl. I don't think I told you this. I dated a girl. This was back in fall 2019 going into 2020. I dated this girl. She was a K-pop fan. I had to learn about BTS. I know about them. I know about the Stray Kids. I know about a few other groups too. I listen to their music. The only reason I listen to their music is I like the beats they have. Mm-hmm. Listen, I don't know what they're saying. They could be threatening us in another language.
They really aren't.
Listen, you can say that. I can say that they are. But they have good music. No. I will say they are good beats. They are good music. Their voices are pretty good too.
Mm-hmm. So let me tell you right now.
Those guys can sing.
Let me tell you right now, those lyrics, there's no threatening lyrics.
That's just my running joke is whenever I listen.
I know the lyrics.
The one thing I think it's just overrated. It's Taylor Swift. It's the same song every 5 songs.
She's getting her rights. She's just trying to get her rights back.
But she's also overcharging. It's clear as day. Like, I get to put my concert in theater. Why? You literally toured all of the U.S. If people didn't go, that's their fault.
It was a deal with AMC. That's all it was. So
other than that, I understand when your sister goes to see the K-pop in concert because that's different. They only go Chicago, New York, L.A., Vegas. That's it. They don't come to Detroit. They don't come to Ohio. Mm-hmm. Like they don't come to play in the Midwest. It's always the East Coast, West Coast.
The way I look at this Taylor Swift concert movie, and by the way, the reason why we're talking this movie is outselling.
It outsold Endgame.
It's outselling Endgame. It outsold Spider-Man No Way Home. It outsold Spider-Man No Way Home less than 3 hours, and it made more than Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home on opening day was 16.6 million on the tickets. Taylor Swift is at 26.6.
Jesus Christ.
So the reason why we're saying this is, look, it's people that didn't get to see the concert over price. Now they get to go see it in theaters on a live, loud screen. AMC was founding this.
I feel like those AMC employees are gonna hang themselves after the opening night.
But there's more and more theaters. It's gonna do well at the end of the year. Lorenzo's what I'm saying. It's gonna end up being Barbie, Taylor Swift, and Mario. Those are gonna be your big 3.
Yeah.
And the comic book society is gonna be shocked. but at the same time, it's gonna also give.
Actually, Spider-Verse wasn't even close.
But what I'm saying is
it felt really shy of what it was supposed to hit.
But what I'm saying is that it's gonna give studios a shocking thing that, but another thing that I just really want to talk about with the theater is this too. It's girls are going back out and back out and back out and back out. They're going to see the same movie. So Barbie, we're going to see the same.
They make fun of us for seeing a comic book film. I'm just going to point out, they make fun of us for seeing a comic book film multiple times. You have to go watch Taylor Swift the same concert over and over.
And Barbie the same way. You'll see the same girls. They're going to have fun. Mm-hmm. They're having a good summer. I will say this right now. This year, the women, the guys, everyone is having a great summer. It was a great year of movies. And so the fall's going to be good too. We're going to have a lot more fun. There's going to be a lot of fun family movies. You're going to have your scary movies. You're going to have your 2 epic comic book movies. It was a great year of movies.
Yeah.
But to wrap this all up.
Yeah.
Juan, any last thoughts?
I agree. It was a fun movie. We need an Aquaman 2 trailer.
We do. I feel like we're going to get it tomorrow or Friday because it's James Wan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it was a fun year.
So other than that, I have nothing else. This is a fun conversation. We'll see you guys hopefully on time the next month. Hopefully with an update on Batman and Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing how we're going to do it.
I'm glad you debunked the rumors of you not working for DC because I couldn't lose sleep over it.
Juan will text me. You sure you're not working for DC? Yeah. Okay. Love you. Good night. Love you too, Juan. Good night. He'll wake up in the morning. Hi, I love you. Do you work for Warner Brothers? No, Juan. Love you too. Good morning. Okay. See you later tonight. Okay. Hey, Lorenzo, quick question. Yes, Juan. What's up? I have an idea. Culture Shock 9. Okay, cool. Also, do you work for Warner Brothers? No, Juan. Also, great job with Culture Shock 9. Good night. Love you. Okay, you too, baby.
Random conversation.
This is the me and Juan conversation. And then there's the Jay conversations where we're just sending videos of people running into stuff. For me and Geek, it's just me and him sending Haley stuff back and forth to each other. That's really funny. He'll send it, he'll be like, God, I know, finally, people that know me. For Blue, it's usually Sasha Callie or some weird stuff. It's usually some creepy pasta stuff. That man has a messed up mind sometimes. Like, he'll send me the most. Like, it's usually somebody getting hit by a car. I'm like, Cody, what is wrong with you? He's like, what? I was like, what do you mean, what? Kier, it's usually something with Fortnite. It's usually some weird Fortnite stuff.
Shout out to the homies.
Shout out to the homies. Shout out to all the homies. Kyle, it's usually Haley or Jimmy Buffett stuff. Now they passed away. We found some funny stuff. Adam, it's usually Batman. And it's the I love you. Good night, Batman. Good night, Batman.
Sleep. We got cosplays once in a while.
We cosplays once in a great while. We'll find some people who were like really a fan of them. We're like, oh, they did a really good job on this.
Mm-hmm. Or
one person who's been killing the cosplay game is our personal friend, Stuff Cosplays. So, support her. She does great content. We always support her. We always love her content. She's really fun. She might be in a future project of ours, but I don't want to talk about it yet.
She kills it as Rogue. God, she kills it as Rogue. She does a great job as Rogue. It's like, wow.
We did, however, we don't know. I'm going to throw this one out there just because we've thought about it. We don't know if it's going to make our cutting room floor or not. We were thinking, and I'll probably just talk to her tonight about it, to be honest, because we might be trading for some pops. So it'll be a fun conversation to have with her. But since this is going to be up 2 days later, we thought for an audio drama, quick little side ending note, we thought of doing X-Men the first 2 episodes, Night of the Living Sentinels. And we were just going to have her come just voice Rogue real quick. So she could say she voiced Rogue and have fun with it, and everyone have fun with it. Other than that, I have no other fun remarks. Oh, follow and support our thumbnail creator, Blue. He's been doing a great job for us, and we thank him so much, and we love him.
Oh, yeah.
We'll follow Spidey Lair.
Follow Spidey Lair.
Oh, thank you.
There, follow the Facebook group, follow the Instagram Culture Shock, follow the Twitter now Culture Shock. a lot of socials now. We're gonna start TikTok soon. Hopefully, we're gonna get the tips.
Yeah, I
TikTok.
love the Facebook group. Lots of interesting people.
Yeah.
The fact that they still keep going with the joke, I just got a notification about it right now. I know exactly who it is.
But yeah, no. Follow us on the Facebook group, Culture Shock. Follow us on
Instagram's been
Instagram.
fun. We're doing more Photoshops now because people seem to like the Photoshop.
Instagram Culture Shock, Twitter at Culture Shock, and then of course YouTube Culture Shock as well. So my name,
That guys, yeah.
my name is Adam.
I'm
This is
Lorenzo.
That's Juan. Everyone,
Oh, yeah.
All right.
live
Thanks for
long
listening.
and prosper.
Yeah. Thanks for listening on today's podcast. We'll see you guys in the future.
Bye.
Stay safe.